I am performing my first trade review on my British pound USD. I am reviewing a current win here with a take profit, not a take profit, but with 17 pip gain. What I do when I finish my trade and I'm doing my trade review on either Saturday or Sunday morning is I come to MetaTrader 4 because this is where I'm going to be doing my analysis and my back testing. I also have a trade review checklist that I utilize to assess all of my activity from the prior week, and along with a pre-trading checklist. So I use my pre-trading checklist and my execution checklist every day. I save them and then I gather them together on Saturday and Sunday, and I use my trade review checklist to assess all of my activity for the week. So that is the first thing I do with my trade review, is gather all of my checklists and prepare my trade review checklist. I then come in here into MetaTrader 4 and I take I highlight the win or loss here, click on it, bring it up, where it shows me this is my stop loss. Take profit is kind of buried in here. So what I did was I did some dotted lines to kind of indicate where the entry was. So here where it's purple at 139,565 is where I entered the trade. And then this is where I placed my take profit. And then here in this area here is where I set my stop loss. Now, when I'm reviewing, I'm looking at what things I could have done differently. This initially started as a active trade where I had entered into the trade and actively watching it. During this time here, it was happening like over almost an hour, and I had to get ready to go to work, so I didn't want to exit really like just close out the trade. So what I did was I chose to modify it. So I modified it to a pending order, and then using the same specs here and entered into a pending order for a sell stop. So as when I go back in here and I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about my lot size is 30 cents. Therefore, my max pip loss is 66 pips. And so what I typically do is I identify where my max pip take profit and my max pip stop loss is. So when I went to do 66 pips from this entry level, it took it to this level here. When I went to identify my max take profit, my max pip stop loss, it was here. So what I noticed was that when I look at the market sentiment, it doesn't look as if it's gotten that high. And so I set my stop loss at a level where the market is feasibly looking like it's feasibly touching. Here, when I look at my take profit, the market has gone and reached and exceeded my take profit. So my takeaway from this is that had I fully looked at this, I could have definitely gotten all the way 66, over almost 70, over 70 something pips in just this one trade on that pending order, had I just continued to monitor and watch. But because I had to get ready to go to work in this area, I didn't get a chance to really just get into it and look at it. So although I did have a win, I did I just missed that opportunity to get to capture all of these tips before it turned around and started back that started back up. So after I do all of this, I usually highlight my area where the activity starts, or the reversal started. So it started to come up. It came here, closed, it opened. It was a bearish engulfing, because it consumed this candlestick here. It came back up, closed, and continued to go down, which is what this signal here is what prompted me to enter the breakout of field support at 76.4, and enter after the breakout. Now, once all of this is done, then I take my all this time I'm recording this information on my trade review checklist. So this is something that I would typically do, like I said, on Saturdays. So we have this. After I'm done with this, I take a snapshot, and then I proceed to go to my history in my FX book. So I use this opportunity to go in and upload the snapshot here, and then transpose all of my information in my journaling into this area. So what I end up doing is I will take upload my snapshot here so that it shows as an attachment, and then I will also upload my trade my snapshot here, and then my checklist. So I would have the pre-trading checklist here, I would have the execution checklist here, and then I'd have my stock snapshot here. And then I would be writing additional notes in here as I've taken from my trade review sheet. This will already be tagged because I tag it the day of my trade. So this is already done when I'm coming in and doing my trade review. So that is my process for my trade review and my win.